clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So you mentioned AEW and being executive vice presidents. I think sometimes people forget that because you guys don't have as much of a high profile, kind of Cody Rhodes like presence on television as far as what you guys take on yourselves behind the scenes and what Tony Khan has invested in you guys and Kenny Omega and Cody. Sting just debuted for AEW a couple weeks ago, shocked the wrestling world. I love surprises even to this day, and we'll get to how shocked I was at the angle with Impact Wrestling where I currently work and had no clue. But let's talk about Sting and the surprise. How fun is that to see people react like that, even people in your own locker room? I'll never forget the first Nitro, Lex Luger came out, and I think like 5 people knew. He had just been, the night before, he just wrestled on house shows in WWE in Western Canada. So the whole thing was crazy. How fun is that to know what's going on and then see not only the fans, but the locker room and the producers react? And how hard is it to keep it a secret, if at all?
Keeping secrets in wrestling, as you know, it's almost impossible these days. So when you can keep one and make it exciting like that, and it's so worth it because, man, people love it. And what's funny is there was a very limited amount of people that even knew about it. Probably 5 to 7 maybe, Matt?
Yeah.
So we knew it was happening, and you could feel that show. We billed it as a big show, so we knew it was going to happen then, but none of the boys knew. They just thought it was a big show. So when he walked backstage, every wrestler turned their head and went, "Oh my God." And when you could pop the boys, obviously you're doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it popped me, and I've seen a lot. And, I was a little bit behind on the show. And so my son ran down, who was watching live, and he was like, "Dad, Sting just debuted." And I'm like, "What?" How long did you guys know? How long did you have to keep the secret?
We knew for a couple months, Nick, that he was doing it. It was Tony's idea, and he wasn't going to do it until he got the thumbs up from all the VPs. And we were in a room, I remember a couple months ago, and he told us, and immediately we all literally gave the thumbs up. We were like, "Hell yeah, that sounds awesome." And he was excited because Tony, ultimately, he's really he's a fan. He's probably the biggest wrestling fan I've ever met in my life. So him getting to work with a guy like Sting, someone who he grew up watching, I could just see his eyes just light up. So and all of us, we were all Sting fans. I remember being at, it wasn't the greatest show, but I remember being at Halloween Havoc 2000 in Vegas, and Sting wrestled Jeff Jarrett, and they did the storyline where all the old Stings showed up, the ones dressed with the bleached hair and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I remember even looking back at that, 20 years ago, being a fan when all the different Stings came out, and so we got to briefly see him too, right around the same time we saw you at Impact. Sting was there for a second, and we got to rub elbows with him back then, and we've had a few run-ins with him on the independent since then. But now this is a full-time thing, so we're going to see him a lot more, and we're excited to pick his brain and have him back there with us.
Absolutely. I'd hate to be the executive vice president sitting at that table who raised their hand and said, "I don't think that's a good idea to bring Sting in." Glad to hear it was unanimous for sure.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.